Hey class, and so we're back. I have a super quick track mat exercise for you so that you can kind of see exactly what these track mats are doing. So let's create a new composition. And of course, I'm going to call this one main comp. And you could also just call it main comp track mat. Okay, I'm gonna make it frame rate the 2997. Resolution, you can do full or half, depending on how strong your computer is. Duration, I'm gonna do 20 seconds because my clips are pretty long, and then the background color is black, so let's hit OK. And then let's go and import our documents here. So File and Import Files. And download the track mat exercise zip folder from this online. And you can grab the ladybug and the two pieces of footage. So the still image and the two actual footages. And I'm just going to hit open. And then one more time, let's do File and Import File. And this time we're going to import the PSD, text.psd. And remember, when you're importing your Photoshop, you have to make sure that you do composition retain layer sizes. Otherwise, it's going to bring it in and it's going to be just as footage. So we want to be able to use that. So I'm going to make sure editable layer styles is on and hit OK. All right, so what that did was it created my main comp, or I already created that, and then it created a composition for the text, and then there's a folder with our text layers in it, and we're going to use the layers in it. All right, but first let's start with creating a background color. So let's do layer, I'm going to click off of this, layer, new, and solid. And this is just a regular old orange solid, so you can see what is happening. I'm just going to, have this goldenrod color. Cool. Above that, I want to put my ladybug JPEG image. So let's grab that, and we can drop it over. All right. Just a real quick primer on layer styles before we go anywhere. So let's do toggle switches and modes, which is down at the bottom in the middle. And for this, now we can see our mode type. So we could do darken. We could also try multiply, which multiplies the black and white image with the goldenrod color. We could also screen this, so it's only keeping kind of the lighter colors involved in the picture, which would be the orange, and it's keeping where the ladybug color was strong, it kept that area but turned it orange. And then one of my favorites is overlay and soft light. These are kind of a combination of multiply and screen together to create some interesting effects. All right, so that's where the mode is. You can also access this by right-clicking and going to blending mode. And then the other thing that I've been asking you to do is the layer styles, so you can access those here. So this is where you would use a drop shadow, bevel and emboss, etc. Okay. So for this ladybug, I'm actually just going to do normal for right now so that you can see the effects of each of the track mats as I bring them in. Okay, so, and I want you to do this along with me. All right, so let's bring in the yellow footage, and I can put this at the bottom because it's going to be a track mat. Let's just look at what this yellow does. So this is just kind of a general ink, and it's just dissolving in water in a really cool way. So that's the yellow one. And then the other one is the abstract. So let's bring that one in too. And this one is kind of a cool blue ink that has a similar effect of just ink going into water. So we're going to use each of these in a different way. And we can turn off these layers because they're just being used as mats, they don't actually need to be turned on. All right, so let's go to our ladybug layer and let's select a mat. So the first mat I'm going to do is the abstract one. So I'm going to turn that on, and I need to turn on my layer. And you can see there's two little icons here next to the track mat options. This first icon is whether it's an alpha mat. That's the circle with the box around it is the alpha mat. And that just means wherever the mat is transparent, then use it as a track mat. And then the other option here is with a little sunshine here. And the sunshine means where there's brightness, make this transparent, or where there's darkness, you can, it's based on the lightness and darkness of the image. So that's called a Luma mat. So Luma like light. Next to this is the invert. So if you invert this little image here, so let's select Luma and invert with the abstract on. Now we can see it's inverted, but wherever this blue liquid is showing, it's showing the image better underneath it, so it's a little brighter. And if we turn on our solid over here, so our solid is the backdrop behind the ladybug, you can see that there's actually a lot of transparency going on. So wherever the liquid is, you can see that it's becoming more opaque, and then the rest of the image is actually quite transparent, and you can see through to that orange layer. So that's Luma mat with inverted. I'm going to uninvert it, and then we can see also. So now wherever that liquid is, that area is transparent, so we can see the orange layer below it. So let's hold on to this. I kind of like it inverted. And so let's try the other type of the other video. So this is the yellow one. So let's click on that one. Right now I have it, I'm going to click off these options. So let's start with the alpha. So the alpha, the video has no alpha in it. It's opaque. So that's not really going to work. And if we reverse it, it just shows the entire orange solid underneath it. If we do the Luma, so let's click on that, the little sunshine. Now when I play this, wherever that liquid is coming out, it's becoming transparent. So you can see that orange color underneath it. This is pretty cool. And then let's do it one more time. Oops, sorry. Invert. So now everything is transparent, but it reveals the ladybug where that liquid is, which is a pretty cool effect. So let's keep it on that one. And then let's see one more way we can use track mat. So I'm going to bring in the ladybug text and just click and drop it on top. Now text is really interesting, right? Because text has transparency. Wherever the text is not, is transparent. So the letters themselves are opaque and the rest is transparent. So text can make a really cool alpha mat. So let's grab this layer, and actually I'm going to bring it all the way down to the bottom and turn off its opacity. And in this case, I'm going to use my yellow video footage. I'm going to turn it on and bring it up to the top. All right. So what we have here is, we've got our video footage up at the top here, and it looks like that. Now, if I turn on a mat for this one, so go to my track mat options here and select the ladybug's text, you can see instantly, because there's alpha in the ladybug's text that I'm getting a nice track mat going. So let's see what this looks like. So you can see now this video is showing inside of the text. So super easy way. I'm sure you've seen this a ton on TV where the text itself is revealed. And it's got the full force of that liquid underneath it. So we could also try reversing this. So if we hit reverse, this also is kind of a cool effect. Let's see what it's doing here. So it's showing the actual video of the liquid, and then where the alpha mask is, the ladybugs, it's showing the picture below. So it's got a little bit of that picture. I actually like it not inverted so that we can see the track mat for the ladybug picture below. And then we also have this track mat alpha on top. So for your assignment, please just make what I just made. And then let's export this as an animated GIF. So File, Export, Add to Adobe Media Encoder Q.